We really want you to stay, but we got our butts kicked by Green Bay. It's so hard to say goodbye to Coach Quinn. What's up, Cowboy family? How's it going? It's your boy Ike, man. Our boy DQ Dan Quinn is gone, man. Where's the tissue, man? Where is it at? I can't believe DC finally pulled the trigger and said, I am out of Dallas. I want to be a head coach. I'm getting out of here. I'll go anywhere. And it sure enough seems that he's settled. My boy went to Washington. Can you believe DC went to Washington? But I just want to say thank you to DQ because I know where we were. Do you remember how bad this defense was? Remember, we couldn't get an interception. We couldn't do anything. We were almost last in the league. And our boy Dan Quinn, the leader of the LOB, man, and he has a history of defense. You know, he also has a history of losing a game and losing 28-3 But anyway, maybe that's the reason why he wants to be a coach again, to wipe that out the way. Who knows? But Dan Quinn is gone, man. Thank you, Dan Quinn, for turning his defense around, man. We drafted Michael Parsons, and he's like a stepson to him now, man. And he's changed his whole defense around. I mean, he gathered all these guys, these old heads, and these smaller linebackers, and all these guys, brought them together and made a marvelous defense. So big up to Dan Quinn at his time here in Dallas. Maybe he'll come back to Dallas one day as a head coach. We'll see. It kind of sucks that, we have to see him go. But we'll see him in Washington whenever we go play them again. And they'll probably lose because we know how to beat Dan Quinn, don't we? Oh, yeah. We know how to beat Dan Quinn because we knew our weaknesses in our defense. What was our weakness? We couldn't stop the run. Man, we couldn't stop the run to save our life. We got ran all over by Green Bay. So we couldn't stop the run. Dan Quinn had these small linebackers who were getting pushed all around. I know you remember the Bills game when the dude was just like, it was like The Blind Side. Do you remember that scene on The Blind Side when he grabbed the dude and he like walked them all the way down? Watch that Bills game. You will see that happen. I mean, just pick up our linebackers and then just walk with them. So Dan Quinn did not like big linebackers. He was into the smaller, quicker linebackers. I understand that, but it hurt us in the long run, man. And so that's all we have to do is just run the ball. Joe Witt went with him, which is his buddy. We thought that, Joe Witt was going to be our new DC. And he's like, nah, man, I'm going to have to go with my boy DQ. And he went on, and they're like Beavis and Butthead, Ren and Stimpy, any other two people that you can think of, and they left and they went to Washington. So now it's our time to see them, man. We'll see them when we see them, and it's going to be a big game. It's going to be on Monday Night Football. It's going to be on all the big prime times. It's going to be a big deal, and I just really can't understand why Quinn would just settle for Washington. He could have waited and went somewhere else. But maybe he had some issue in Dallas. I don't know. Is there a issue? Is there a problem? Or maybe he wants to prove to Jerry, hey, you should have fired Mike and hired me because I'm going to beat your butt twice a year when I'm at Washington. The big question is who is going to be our next DC? Who's the next DC, y'all? Is it Al Harris? I've seen tweets and texts and all kinds of posts of people talking about Al Harris being the next DC. And I like Al Harris, man, but as I was watching Mike Fisher, he made some good points on bringing in Al Harris, and the Dallas Cowboys window is starting to get a little smaller, right? So we're starting to lose it, and I don't think Al Harris is the right coach right now, mainly because he's brand new, because he'll be a rookie calling plays in certain situations. I don't want us to be his first trial. I don't want us to be his whoopsies or his, I'm sorry, I'm kind of new here. I don't want that to be with Al Harris. Give him a chance later. But right now, that window is closing, and I've heard some rumors of Zimmer. Bring in Zimmer. If we're going to go with Zimmer, bring him in He's been with the Cowboys. He's a veteran. We all know him. He was really, really good with the Vikings as far as the actual defense, with Barr and all those guys. A really, really good coach, man. And I think he would be really good for the Dallas Cowboys. Go ahead and bring him in on top of all the other things that we're going to do this offseason, hopefully, and bring that stuff in, man, and go with that. I think that's the best route for us to go. Hopefully Al Harris isn't upset about that, and he wants to leave because he didn't get the DC position, or any other coach there. I just hope that Zimmer comes in, does this thing, and we take this thing to the next level, man. Jerry says that I'm all in next season, and all in is a bit tricky, because if you go back and watch that interview, all in, I don't think all in was meaning going out and getting free agents. I think he was meaning I'm all in to pay these guys. Like, I'm all in to pay CD. I'm all in to pay Dak. I'm all in, to pay whoever I need to pay. But I don't know necessarily if he's all in to get free agents. Jerry has changed over the years, and I was so excited when he went and got Dion and Joey Galloway, T.O. Some of those guys were great, man. We need something like that. Spend that money, spend that oil money, Jerry Jones, and get us some new players, some better players, and go get those free agents and go get those big name players that we can add to this team, man, and take us to the next level to go to the Super Bowls. And that's what I think all in is. So, man, I think next season is going to be really, really awesome to see Mike against DQ and seeing the new defensive coordinator going against Dan Quinn and all of that. That's all going to be must-see TV, and I cannot wait to see it. I'm excited about it. Dallas Cowboys for life. I appreciate you watching this video, man. How about them boys? We them boys. Holler at you later.